Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, June 4th. I'm Stephen Wynn. This is the Healing the Heart of America course, and today is our last day together. So I'm very touched and honored that you have joined me on this journey. Today's topic is what's hitting the news right now, which is toxic masculinity, toxic femininity, or feminism, however you want to phrase it. It came up, Meryl Streep denounced the phrase. She said it was really bad for our boys. And of course, there's been a lot of blowback, and so it's hit the news, so I thought we'd do that as a final topic for this program. Many, many topics still need to be done. I know. So, let's begin by moving into our hearts so that we might heal these deep energies from the eyes of our hearts. So let's begin by simply sitting up straight with our feet flat on the floor. And simply notice where you are right now, what your experience is, in whatever room you're in. What's your energy level? What's the quietness level? What's your internal environment like? And just with that awareness, take your hands and place them one on top of the other over your heart. And it's just our way of saying good morning to our hearts. And perhaps you can begin to feel your heartbeat through your palms or your fingertips. Either way, it's okay. It's just an invitation to notice it. And just here we are, a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes on our hands on our heart. And compare your state right now to where it was 2 minutes ago. What's the level of quietness in your environment and in your internal environment? And now let our hands back down into our lap and start this second process that we go through to make this 16, 18-inch journey from our heads to our hearts. It's called heart rhythm meditation. It comes from the desert fathers and desert mothers, these great God-realized beings of the 4th and 5th century, who were so extraordinarily magnetic. They pulled tens and tens of thousands, easily 80,000, probably more like 150,000 people from their homes and their villages, cities where they grew up, out into the desert. And they did this by using their heart and their breath. It's been revived by Susanna and Paran Bear of I Am Heart. who had their own experiences with their hearts and then went and validated it by studying these great teachers. So we begin just by sitting up straight and watching our breath, just to get a baseline for our breathing. How free, how full do we breathe? And let's just take a moment to have some gratitude for our breath and our lungs, this beautiful organ that in one sense is the interface between our bodies and our environment. All day, all night, energy from the environment comes into our lungs and gets spread throughout our bodies. And when it's comfortable, let's begin our first transition where we exhale fully, pulling our abdominal muscles all the way back towards our spine. And then watch how fully we inhale afterwards. Very full breath, very full inhale, very full exhale. And now let's begin this process of connecting the rhythm of our heartbeat to the rhythm of our breathing. Typically it's 6 or 8 heartbeats on the inhale, 6 or 8 heartbeats on the exhale. Could be 4, could be 10. I'll use 8. Whatever's right for you, use that. So let's just begin inhaling to 8 heartbeats, exhaling to 8 heartbeats. If you can't feel your heartbeat, just feel your pulse on your wrist or on your neck, or hold your breath for a little bit and you'll start to feel it. But what happens as we move into this balance between our breath and our heartbeat, the third rhythm in our body, craniosacral fluid pumping, moves into balance, and we begin to move into harmony, into an entrainment with the pulsing of the magnetic body of the earth. And again, just take a moment and notice and explore what your experience is in this very balanced state. The last several days we've been exploring using this basic breath to allow guidance to show up in our life. This morning, I'd like to go back to one of the basic applications, which is the square breath, where we inhale to 6 or 8 heartbeats. Again, I'll use 8. Actually, I'll use 6 just because we're beginning. Inhale for 6 heartbeats. Hold for 12 heartbeats. Exhale for 6 heartbeats. You can use 4 if that's easier for you, or 8 or 10. I'll use 6 this morning. And if you have any issues with your heart, arrhythmia, any other things going on, just continue doing basic heart rhythm meditation. Don't do anything you're not comfortable with. But so we'll inhale to the count of 6 heartbeats. Hold for the count of 12 heartbeats. Exhale for 6 heartbeats. Inhale for 6 heartbeats, and just continue this for a few minutes. And just finish up this last round you're on. And I'll remind everyone, it's the rhythm that we want to honor here. It's more important that we honor the rhythm than we hold our breath for long periods of time. Over time, we'll naturally be able to hold our breath for longer periods, and that's wonderful. But allow it to be cultured, allow it to develop for what's comfortable for you, rather than trying to force holding your breath any longer. And again, just notice what your experience is. Do you go deeper, quieter, more present? And now to prepare for our embracing the healing of these wounds within us and within the heart of America, let's begin the process of expanding our energetic body. We inhale into our heart, keeping the same heart rhythm meditation practice. Fill the heart up with energy as we inhale, and then just expand out your energetic body. And inhale again, filling up our body with prana, with energy. Exhale out this heart field, expanding our heart field. However far it goes for you is perfect. We're just exploring this new thing. And inhale, 8 heartbeats. And again, exhale and expand your energetic field, your heart field. Perhaps allow it to fill the room that you're in. And we inhale again. Allow it to expand even more to fill your city or your county or your state, however far out it goes. And expand it again on the next exhale. Allow it to fill up our country, our world, perhaps all the way to the far reaches of creation. And eventually we begin to notice that our heart field already encompasses all of creation. That our heart is a center point of our creation, our world, connected at this universal level with every other heart. And this vast network that we call the universal heart. From this great expanded place, fully present, fully energized, let's begin exploring on a personal level this division between the sexes, between the genders. So first I'm going to remind everyone, don't go anywhere where it's not comfortable. Be very gentle with yourself. There may be some really strong feelings about this. And if you can handle them, great. If not, back off. Just come back into your heart. There's no point in becoming overshadowed. So I'll ask an easy question first. What do you like about men? What's good about men? And whatever feeling comes up, could you honor that feeling and just be with it? Pull it into your heart if you'd like. Be with the feeling. Let it shift and transform so that an even deeper, richer, finer feeling can arise. Could we allow an even deeper love and appreciation for men? And let's go to the other side. When you think about women, what do you like about women? What do you love and appreciate about women? Whatever feeling comes up, could you honor that and be with that? whatever love, appreciation, gratitude, trust, safety, whatever it is that comes up. Could you welcome that up and just be with it? Pull it into your heart. And let that energy shift and discover what's even deeper, the deeper levels of our love and appreciation for women. So the next question is, when you think about men, what do you dislike about men, about the male sex? Have you had any bad experiences with men? Whatever that triggers or brings up, could you just be with it? Welcome that energy into your heart. And allow your heart to transfer that energy into, I'll say, love. And what else do you dislike about men? What have men done to you that you dislike? Welcome that energy up. Move it into your heart, or just be with it. And could you let that go, or could you let that shift into love? Which would you rather do? Dislike men or love men? Whatever you choose is fine, by the way. Whatever feels safe for you. If you feel safer disliking men, staying away, could you welcome up that decision and honor it? It's okay. Deep down, our body-mind organism makes decisions for our safety. And we can honor that and just be with it. Whatever comes up, it's okay. And to go to the other side, what do you dislike about women? What have women done to you that's caused you pain or problem or trouble? What do you blame women for? How do you judge them? Could you welcome that energy up, be with it, or move it into your heart and let it be transformed into love? What else do you dislike about women? What else has happened to you that you blame women for, or a woman for? Just welcome it up. Let it shift into love. Would it be okay with us if we let go of our disapproval of men? For the most part, that disapproval doesn't really help us. Could we let that go some more? And let it go some more. And because disapproving of men doesn't really change them, would it be okay if we turned that upside down and gave them some love and approval instead? Could we give them some more love and approval? And more love and approval? Notice as we give love and approval, we feel quieter, lighter, and easier. Would it be okay with us if we lived in this quietness, this lightness, all the time? And could we let go of disapproving of women? And let go some more of disapproving of women? And even still more. And for the same reason that disapproving doesn't change anything, doesn't really locks it in, could we instead send women love and approval? Either a particular woman or all women. Could you just give them love and approval? And more love and approval. And could we, whether it's men or whether it's women, could we begin the process of seeing them as divine spiritual beings, each one on their own journey, their own spiritual path of evolution? Could we give them permission to be exactly who they are and love them anyway? We might as well, because they're going to be who they are. Could we give them that permission and love them no matter what? And notice when we go to this place, perfectly at peace with however men or women behave, what an incredible place it is. And just to set an intention, would it be okay with us if we lived 24/7 in this balanced place of great poise and peace, no matter what behavior we see in the world around us? Would that be okay with you? So let's move this up towards the cultural level here. And here we come, when we talk about toxic masculinity, you look online and ask, what does it mean? And you get 1,000 different answers. They range from the patriarchy, how we live in a patriarchal society and how that's oppressed women. And everything about the patriarchy is toxic. That's one version. Another version is you take the qualities that we love about men, and you see their distortions. So we love men who are strong, who are independent, who are powerful, who are passionate, driven to move forward in their lives, driven to protect, take care of their families. We all love that, presumably. I mean, as a culture, we acknowledge that these are virtues. And yet, the distortions are men become controlling, they become abusive, they become violent. They do whatever it takes to gain status. They're wildly aggressive. And all of these qualities are damaging to women and really to men. So the thrust of where we're going to go today is to honor the archetypes of men that we cherish and value, while we welcome up the distortions and allow that energy to heal. Somehow I want to tell a story first about a tribe in Africa who, when a child is born, male or female, the wise elders of the tribe cognize a song for that child. How they do it, I don't know, but I'm sure they have deep intuition and deep connection with the divine. And whenever that child engages in aberrant, uncontrolled behavior, they take that child, or even that young man, I think it happens more with men than with women, and they put them in the center, and everyone sings this song that reminds the child, the person, of their true nature. And in that they heal this aberrant behavior, this destructive behavior. So what I'm asking our group here, our collection of hearts, to do now is to begin this process of singing the song of love. And we'll start with men, for all men who engage in aberrant, destructive behavior. So men who are violent, instead of disapproving of them, could we let go of our disapproval of men being violent? I know it's a big ask, actually, but does disapproving of men being violent cause them to stop being violent? Or does it just wound them all the more? I think it's a fair thing to say men become violent out of their wounds, wherever they show up from. They don't have the resourcefulness to get what they want, and they become violent. Could we let go of disapproving of their violence? And let go of that disapproval some more. And would it be okay if we shift into giving them love and approval, even if they're not perfect? Could we love them anyway? Could we sing the song Send them the vibration that allows them to remember their divine being, their divine self. Men who are abusive, emotionally, physically, sexually, however it is, can we find within ourselves our resistance, our not liking of that abusiveness? It's very easy to judge this. And notice it does us no good to hold on to this judgment, this hatred, this disliking. Can you find it within yourself? Can you let it go? And let go of this disapproval some more. Let this energy shift into pure love. That every abusive man might be awakened to his divine self. Could we love men so much they shift into the archetype of the protector, the knight perhaps, the protector of men and the protector of women, the protector of children. And let's take a look at this quality of men that we call toxic. And one of these qualities is seeking status no matter what. The pecking order. Rising to the top of the pecking order to be more powerful. And can we welcome up our almost disgust is what comes up for me, for what men do to gain status. The bodies they leave behind, the damage they do to the world, to the environment, to our food supply, to other nations, all in their quest for power. Now, could you welcome up this within ourselves, this disliking, distrusting, hating, whatever it is for you? Can you just welcome this energy up? Let it go, transform it. To allow men to seek honor through virtue, honor through great deeds, honor through service. And could we sing this song of love for men who are misguided in their search for their honorable place among men and then in our society? Could we allow this shift into honor through service? And let's take a look at men in power. We could say the dictators of the world, whether it's of a nation or whether it's in our place of employment or in our family. The toxicity becomes the urge for power, becomes so toxic that leadership is lost, hidden under the misuse of power. So welcome up your feelings about the dictators in your life, personal level, national level. Notice the resistance. It's just energy. Could we welcome it up? And could we let that go? Or better yet, could we pull that energy into our hearts and sing the song of divine leadership? Could we love men enough to inspire them to step into divine leadership? Could we allow this quality of divine leadership to become alive and powerful in our culture? And on the side of the women, I'm discriminating against women because we're running late. But we're going to go there anyway. Let's pull up all that is toxic about women. And as I was reading on the internet all the articles about toxic femininity, the qualities that come up is that women tend to use, what one author said, sneakier ways of abusing power. And I'll just throw out a few. The passive-aggressive tendency, the tendency to manipulation, backstabbing, gossiping is a classic one that we just tend to associate. Men do the same things, I assure you. Women have their own pecking order, their own hierarchies. And just check to see what resistance you have to a hierarchy of women. And where do you fit in that hierarchy if you're a woman? And could you be at peace with it? It's some of these things that I read last night are just so tender in my heart. I almost have a hard time bringing them up. You know, when they start enumerating what happens with women who become distorted in their search for power. Could we just simply welcome up within us anything that is crushed or hurt or on the very fine feeling level damaged by women in our society having distortions of power. And this is not about wanting women to have no power. That's what they sometimes do to get there. The manipulations, the lies, whatever it is. We see it in all these television shows. Could we just let go of disapproving of any negative qualities found in womanhood, found in women? Could we just let it go some more? And could we just sing the song of love for women? To send love and approval, to remind all women of their innate power. And what comes to mind are all the images of the Divine Mother, how extraordinarily powerful they are, how protective they are, how competent they are, how universal they are, how loving they are. And could we allow women, could we allow ourselves to love a vision of women flourishing with complete equality to men? Complete equality in the workplace, equality in the home, equality in politics, wherever it is. Could we hold a vision and fill it with love of allowing the matriarchy to arise to complete equality with the patriarchy? The first time that I really got how women are suppressed, back in the 70s, a black woman, I forget her name, fairly famous, and she said, "I feel more oppressed by being a woman than I do by being a black." And it just pierced my heart because I had no idea. Could we allow this vision of complete equality, of complete honoring and loving of all women, and in this process raise women into their divine status, and back to the men? Could we see all men in their divine status, fully empowered, fully loving, fully present, filled with love, wisdom, and power, men and women both, of all races, reflecting their divine nature? And let's just hold this vision, fill it with love, and just let the vision dissolve to allow the great force of nature to bring this vision into fruition. Be very present in our hearts. Perhaps let your feet Kiss the ground, attention on the soles of the feet, deep gratitude to the earth, our mother. And when it's comfortable, please open your eyes. Slow it down. All those are recorded and on the website. Oh, okay. So, thank you all very much for joining me in that. I have to say, I felt such exquisite energy, both the masculine side and the feminine side. I was just like touched by it. So this ends a formal part of this class. The reason I did not do the guidance practice this morning is because I got some pretty clear guidance about going forward. And I just got that this morning in meditation, so it's not really clear, but you know, the challenge is that I travel so much in the summertime. It's hard for me to have a schedule that's continuous, but I'm going to just work out to where we have, you know, 2 or 3 sessions each month for the next several months. Probably be on a Thursday night. It'll be the same thing, live if you can make it, or on the phone. And part of what I realized that's very important to do is, in addition to helping people get into their hearts, I want you, the invitation is for you to learn how to ask the questions yourself that pull up the hidden energies within ourselves. And, you know, maybe I'll set it up. I think there's a phone service where we can even break up into pairs of 2, and people can practice doing this on their own. And you'll discover that by moving into your heart and asking questions when energy comes up, you can do all this for yourself very powerfully and very practically. And this is all just sort of between now and, I'm pretty sure it'll be October, where I'll lead another 4-week or maybe a 6-week class like this. Those details become more clear. But that's just what came to me. So that's what I'll do, and invite everyone. Every day, it seems the mailing list grows. More people sign up for this class. So I'm always touched by that. But for anyone on the phone or anyone here in the room, if questions come up or stirred up, Catherine?
I want to thank you, Stephen, for helping us. I know it's made a huge difference in my life. No doubt.
Are you there, Steve?
Yes. Can you not hear?
No, I couldn't hear. You said
wait a second.
I didn't hear anything.
All right. We fixed that problem. It wasn't my fault.
You're forgiven.
That's all right, Kat. Could you start over?
I just wanted to say how grateful I am
for this month of Healing the Heart of America, and how much it means that we're a group who are doing this from our hearts, healing our own hearts, and being strong and powerful, doing this collectively, because on a subtle level, it's changing things, and I am sure we will see things change in the news about each of these things we've discussed each day, and it will be very interesting to see. I also wanted to say something about healing the heart of America, that it's really creating this golden age to come. Golden hearts. Gold is the color of the rising sun. It's the color of all good things to come. It's the color of value, golden hearts, golden love. And I was thinking about our flag. The white stands for purity and innocence, and the blue for vigilance and perseverance and judgment. And the red stands for valor. We also know that red stands for danger, watch out, bloodshed for freedom. And this class has really been healing this country on all those levels where we go to war and fight instead of find some common ground through love. And we're experiencing the birth pangs of America and ourselves spiritually as we move into this golden age. And Heidi Wynn, Stephen's sister, once gave me a lovely gift, and I need to preface this by saying Heidi and I can't stand sewing. We suffer from great seam stress. And Heidi put this gift together for me of hundreds and hundreds of tiny, tiny stitches. And what she gave me was this pillow in the shape of the American flag with gold, red, and blue, gold, white, and blue, representing how we're moving into this golden age. So I just wanted to share this with you because it's very precious in my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you very much. And very much appreciate your energy here every day. Catherine always starts, before the class starts, I don't even know where this comes from, but this beautiful song she sings and a prayer along with it. It really sets a nice tone before the class starts. All right, anyone stirred up? Questions, comments?
This is Patsy. I just want to take a minute to, just to say thank you. The way you ended this with the coming together of the male and the female and, all that energy, it's just beautiful. And to be able to sing a song, to both sexes, having male and female children, anyway, it was just very beautiful. I love everything you've done, and I'm grateful to everyone on the calls and everyone there in your room that has made a contribution to my life, and I take this and go forward with it and look forward to more calls. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you so much, Patsy. That's deeply appreciated. Deeply. All right. War between the sexes and nobody stirred up?
Don't perceive any.
That's because you did a beautiful job. Subject.
Actually, I had no clue where that was going to go, and I'm really happy how it came out. Okay. I'm going to thank everyone and actually finish the class close to on time. I'm going to unmute everyone here.
Thank you, Steve, and everyone.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Much love to everyone.
All.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody, sending love to everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Will you be sending us emails on the upcoming events?
Oh, yes, of course. Be on the lookout.
Yay!
Stephen, will you send an email about the event happening in Des Moines again? You mentioned it twice, but I didn't write down any details.
Yes, I will send that out, without a doubt.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
On that level,
It's
anyone
been
want
wonderful.
rides to Des Moines? No, I'll send out an email. I know people want rides. All right. Can't give a ride, but okay. Good. All right.
Stephen?
Yeah?
Can you coordinate what hotels and stuff are available for being in Des Moines?
I can get that together and put it onto a list. Absolutely. I'll send it out in the email about the notification.
Good.
Okay?
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you.
Could you just tell, is it on the 21st, June 21st? Is that what you told us?
I think it's Friday is the 21st. I think it's actually the 22nd. It's on a
it's Saturday.
It's on
the
a Saturday.
event is on Saturday?
There's
Okay.
no thing on Sunday. A very powerful second day. Here we go. I've got the postcards. Yeah, June 22nd from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's at the Unity Church in Des Moines. And then on the next day in the morning, there's a bonus meditation and optional darshan session.
Okay. So
Great.
you're gonna send an email with that information?
Send an email to everyone.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
All right, you guys. Take care.
Love you, Stephen. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you all.
Looking forward to the next.
Okay.
Love and blessings.